Today we have a special program on this segment, and it is proudly sponsored by My Age Zimbabwe, this program, and it is called Navigation Contraception for a Healthier Future. And right at this moment, I'm joined by the Zimbabwean National Family Planning Council ZNFPC Masingo Provincial Education and Marketing Officer, Mr. Herbert Chikosi. Good afternoon, Mr. Chikosi, and welcome to the Varsity Voice of Choice.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, our listeners.
So I will start by asking you, what is contraception exactly?
Thank you very much. Contraception is any method or a device or a procedure that is used, or a behavior that stops someone from getting pregnant by somehow interfering with the natural process of ovulation. So in short, contraceptive are measures that are devices, behaviors, procedures that are done to ensure that somebody doesn't get pregnant.
Thank you so much for highlighting that. So why is contraception crucial in today's world?
They're very, very important if we look at the current situation or in the world. Now, there are several factors that I'm going to speak about in terms of their importance.
Okay.
Number one, they are also very important in terms of reproductive health.
All right.
So they make women to make a choice about their reproductive health, desires and situations. And they also emphasize on individual choice. If you know, our tagline is Zimbabwe, it's family planning is your choice. It empowers women to make their own choices about their own bodies, which gives them the impetus to decide how many kids should they have, when should they have them, and also to plan about their future, be it their education, their career. Then also they also allow women to, in terms of timing, when to have pregnancy. We don't believe in a scenario where pregnancy is by chance. It has to be by choice. So the planning, the timing aspect, to say the space between the pregnancies is also important in terms of the health timing allows women also to retain their health status. Then there also the issue of spacing, like what I've indicated. Then the other area is the economic side. Contraception empowers women because they will focus much on the productive side, not only on the reproductive side.
All right.
And also, for example, you would be in college, and the pregnancy will also affect you. I'll give an example for School of Nursing, for instance. If you fall pregnant, you discontinue from school. So contraceptives allows you to enjoy your reproductive health rights at the same time pursuing your career. So it empowers women economically, educationally, and also it also allows population growth and management, which will also help in sustainable development. It doesn't give pressure on the resources. Kids by choice, not by chance.
Okay, thank you so much for highlighting that. Yeah, do you have anything to add from that?
Yeah, there are also health benefits, both for the mother and for the kid, and also for the father.
All right.
And let me also underline to say, contraception are accessible to everyone.
All right.
Regardless of marital status, regardless of economic circumstances, whether you are disabled or you are not. So for in terms of the health benefits, they also reduce the risk of STI. For example, one key contraceptive method that provides a dual protection, the male and the female condom. They also plays a pivotal role in the reduction of STIs, especially among young people, which are actually on the increase. They've got health outcomes where when you space your kids for 2 years, it means the mother will also recover and also have babies.
All right.
If there are no contraceptives, if they have every year a kid, the woman also will will not also be healthy. Then it also allows time for couples. It's a fact that research has proved that most men cheat when their women are breastfeeding. So it also allows you also time together for the husband and wife to conjugate.
All right. Thank you so much for highlighting that, Mr. Chikosi. And that was Mr. Chikosi, who is the ZNFPC Masingo Provincial Education and Marketing Officer. And 26 minutes past 3, that is the time. And this program is probably brought to you by My Age Zimbabwe. And it is called the Navigation Contraception for a Healthier Future. So my next question, you're talking about the contraception, the cruciality of contraception in today's world. So what contraceptive options are available?
In Zimbabwe, there are quite a number of, we offer quite a number of contraceptive. It's a very big basket. So I would try to define them according to 4 critical issues. We have what we call hormonal contraceptives, which alter the hormonal issues within the body. So from the hormonal side, we've got the pills, we've got the Jadel, we've got the Implanon, we've got the Depo, we've got the Cyanopress. Then we've got the barrier methods, which is a condom.
All right.
Both the male and the female condom. Then we've got also the non-hormonal, which comes in with the intrauterine device. People normally call it loop. However, in Zimbabwe again, we also have a hormonal loop called Mirena.
All right.
So you could also go to, but the difference between the hormonal loop, the hormonal IUCD and the non-hormonal, the hormonal one is for 6 years.
All right.
And the non-hormonal span from 9 to 12 years. But let me underline to say this. It's a long-acting reversible contraceptive, which means when you want to have a baby, you can get it removed, then you return back to fertility. Then we've got also the permanent methods, the vasectomy to men, tubal ligation to women, and we also have the natural methods. But the reason why normally we don't talk much about the natural method, they've got high failure rates. So let me also explain this.
All right.
The pill, the Jadel, the Depo, the Cyana, the IUCD, they only protect individuals from pregnancy, but they don't protect individuals from contracting STIs, including HIV. It's only the condom which offers dual protection. They protect an individual from getting pregnant, at the same time from contracting STIs.
All right.
And above all, abstinence. But we don't talk of abstinence to people who are sexually active, but we encourage them to use.
All right. Thank you so much for highlighting that, Mr. Chikosi. And 29 minutes past 3, that is the time. And right at this moment, we're going to take a short musical break. And here's a track coming through from T-Dre. This one is titled That's Also. Enjoy this one and stay tuned to the Varsity Voice of Choice for this special program.
Toxic lady, baby, you're so good at faking. Wasted all my time, I waited. Oh, wanna go I cursed that data, wakasanga still waiting for the data, chaparazana neni. Toto, organizani sira toto. Moko, again I let go. Panoni bara de kuseri peru oko. Toto, toto. Toto, Moko, I cannot let go. I'm only bad at kuseri peru oko. I don't wanna say no more. Suddenly phone it up a phone, I'll be on alone. Was it every time you go, I pull a go? Anytime you call, I'll be on the road. Go, I don't know you anymore. Go, I don't wanna be alone. Go, I don't wanna let you go, but I'm so tired of thinking about you all night long. This ain't a love song, hey, I'm not Trevor, don't go. Feels like we're right and so low. That's me want it, I'm coco. Didn't know you only need me for the show up. Didn't know you only need me when I show up. You just worried I'ma leave you when I blow up. Blow up. Toto. Organizando si da toto. Chimoko, I cannot let go. Pano ni bara de kuseri kweru oko. Toto, toto. Organizando si da toto. Chimoko, I cannot let go. Pano ni bara de kuseri kweru oko.
If I tell you, say I do, yes I do. You make me feel so good, yes I do. The boom, I do, yes I do. Kunita kacheche, love you by high school. See, mudi wando fight and newe, cause uri my baby. So just send out that newe. Uri, my baby. Mudi wando fight and newe, cause Uri, my baby. So just say no, that newe. Uri, my baby.
Dili mufu, yasi wagani kum. Dili chibora, baby, dili chidunda. Fan on the shoulder, hands in the mezikuma. Wakandi tola, wakandi suma. Wakandi kuchitira mbele kweva. Darling, hauna umbonyana. Wakandi mudikira baby ukati Samari hauna umbosata.
If I tell you say I do, yes I do. You make me feel so good, yes I do. The boom, I do, yes I do. Kundita kacheche, love you by high school. Muti wando fight and newe. Cause Uri, my baby. So you send out that newe. Uri, my baby. Muti wando fight and newe. Cause Uri, my baby. So you send out that newe. Uri, my baby. Make a new ululets for you. Mabiko vele, they go celebrate for you. Kudara, Zakapura, Zekare, Gelalo, Ngale, put that ring on it, snapshot it, put the caption, paparazzi everywhere, kwese, the boom, we end that newe, kwese, Mudi wando fight and newe, cause Uri, my baby, so you send out that newe. My baby, with you I know fire and never cause Uri, my baby. So just say no, that never. Uri, my baby.
And this one was Mr. Candy coming through the track titled I Do alongside Wally Tain and 25 minutes to the hour of 4 o'clock. That is the time right on the Varsity Voice of Choice at Greater Zimbabwe University Campus Radio. And right at this moment, we are in a special program that is proudly brought to you by My Age Zimbabwe, and it is called the Navigation Contraception for a Healthier Future. And today I'm joined by the Zimbabwe National Family Planning Council, ZNFPC Masvingo Provincial Education and Marketing Officer Missy Herbert Chikosi, and also Tarisaya Simaragere, who is the Community Engagement Officer for My Age Zimbabwe. And Tari Tatabutaka program is provided. Welcome to the Varsity Voice of Choice.
Thank you very much.
So right now we're going to continue with the program, and my question was directed to Mrs. Chikosi. Where can people in Masvingo access contraception, and how affordable are these methods?
Yeah, firstly, our contraceptives are very affordable, they are available, and they are accessible. They are accessible. We've got three-tier system in our self-delivery model. The first model is the public health institutions. So every clinic, every hospital in the province, they provide a contraception.
All right.
We've also the private sector. Our surgeries and our pharmacists, they also do the provision of contraceptives. Then the other side is also the social marketing side, where our key partners like PSH, popularly known as the New Start, they are also offering and they are also doing outreaches in Chivi and Mashingurura. Then we've also Population Services International, PZ. They also offer in Mwenezi, in Gutu, and Chireds.
Okay.
Then we've got also the other key partners who are also doing outreaches in the communities. And as an NFPC, we also have community-based distributors who are also distributing contraceptives, but they weigh heavily much on the pills and the condoms within the communities.
Okay, thank you so much for that answer, Mr. Chikosi. And what are some common misconceptions about contraception and how can we address them?
The first issue, I guess, is our name is Zimbabwe National Family Planning Council. When we simply talk about family planning, it means you have also tried to leave other people outside.
All
because
right.
normally families are for people who are married.
All right.
Family planning is about spacing for couples. But contraception is to the prevention of pregnancies, which are open to everyone. So the very fact that it's called family planning in some circles, it then means that for the girls who are non-paras, the girls who are not married and had never had a baby, they will assume that if I take contraception, it will affect their fertility, which is a myth. Then the other issues also centers around that contraceptives are only for the married people, which is still another a myth again. Or for women to say, I'm too young to get to use contraception, I will not have babies.
All right.
And the critical ones are normally associated with long-acting reversible contraceptives. For example, Jadel, it's for 5 years. People assume that if you use Jadel for 5 years, you are also going to wait for 5 years to have another baby. Yet, if you just discontinue it, you'll be pregnant. Then, girls who use contraception are promiscuous.
All right.
That is another myth. And how powerful are these myths? They disempower the girl child to access contraceptives, which will affect their education, like what I've mentioned earlier on. And they can also hurt my body, and it's a sign that you are sinning to God. It's killing.
All right.
So those the religious and cultural perspectives, they tend to use fear, which will affect access of contraceptives, and this will also translate to remember health service providers. They don't exist in isolation. They also exist within the society. So it will make young people to be not accessing this service because they will be punished by the society due to myth and misconception.
Okay, thank you so much for that answer, Mr. Chikosi. 20 minutes to the hour of 4 o'clock. That is the time right on the Varsity Voice of Choice, Greater Zimbabwe University Campus Radio. And right now I'm joined by Mr. Chikosi and also Talisai Marigere. And this program is proudly brought to you by My Age Zimbabwe. So my next question is, what does this year's theme, a choice for all, a freedom to plan, power to choose, mean for individuals in Masingo, particularly young people and women? This to you at Talisai.
All right, thank you very much. A choice for all. We're talking about access. We're talking about being able to choose which contraception you're going to use as a young woman or as a young girl. And we're saying that you won't make a choice when you don't know the options that you have. So the theme is mainly speaking to knowing the options that we have, both as women and as men. That even if you're a man, it doesn't necessarily mean that you should leave the burden of contraception on the woman. Men should also know what options they have when it comes to contraception and also be proactive around it. And also freedom to plan. Women all over and everywhere in Masvingo are supposed to know that they have the freedom to plan. Like Mr. Chikosi was saying, that all of these misconceptions, they are limiting factors to the freedom that women have and girls have to planning for when they actually want to have that baby or when they don't want to have the baby. And then power to choose. Power to choose comes from knowledge. So more and more knowledge needs to be disseminated to young people, young women, young men, so that they know in order for them to have the power to choose. Because universal access to contraception is basically part of the rights that we are supposed to access in order for us to achieve some of the most important sustainable development goals.
Thank you so much for highlighting that. Anything you can add there, Mrs. Chikosi?
I mainly it touches on three issues: universal access to all, regardless of. Let me also say this: it's regardless of age, regardless of creed, color, sexuality, among others. And it also spells out the fundamental issues that contraception is a fundamental human right, which is supposed to be choice-based, like what my colleague has said. So it emphasizes on the right of every person to make informed decision on which method to use. And it gives individual autonomy.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. What specific challenges are being faced today in accessing contraception, and how does this contribute to the rise of STIs and other SRHR issues?
I think when it comes to mainly currently we're, as my Zimbabwe, implementing CLM, community-led monitoring, and we are realizing that one of the major issues that young girls were talking about was the issue of information, especially when it comes to HIV and AIDS, which is also directly linked to contraception in a sense. So they're saying that sometimes the information is a bit too scientific for their minds and their ability to comprehend, especially when we're speaking to marginalized communities. So I think one of the major challenges when it comes to access to contraception amongst young people, especially in marginalized communities, is the issue of not just getting the information, but being able to comprehend that specific information that they have received around contraception. They might have access to maybe pamphlets that speak around it, but are they able to comprehend? Are they able to then use that information and apply it to know that, okay, I have an option of using a vaginal ring. How do I go about it and everything? So I think that area also needs to be more focused on, so that at least more of these young people get to understand, especially from marginalized communities.
Thank you so much for that answer, Mr. Chikosi. Do you have anything to add from that?
Yeah, quite often. The major issue in terms of contraception profile in Zimbabwe, we just go to the fundamental issues, that there are 3 A's that guides. Accessibility issues, they're still a challenge. Our facilities are not disability friendly. In terms of our literature, we are still lagging behind. Like she indicated about the issue of information. Yes, as a country, we tried to introduce sign language. We tried to introduce a Braille dictionary in terms of reproductive health. But we simply seem to be taking care of the normal in quotes. So in terms of the format of information dissemination is still limited. Then the other aspect of access also talks to the health service provider. The biggest challenge comes to young people, the youth. There is a serious gap. Our health service providers, they're not youth friendly.
Okay.
For example, I've indicated to say maybe if a 16-year-old comes to access contraceptives, they tend to mix the law and service provision. Then the other issue is also affordability issues. Some of the long-acting reversible contraceptives, for example, Jadeo, you need money, and most of the young girls and youth cannot afford. The issue of cultural and religious issues. I've spoken about the method of misconception.
Yeah.
They play a pivotal role. And there's a lot of anti-contraception movement which has gained traction. People try to link family planning to the rise of cancer, and the information that are being spread are often induced with fear. So then lack of awareness, I think she indicated very well.
Okay, thank you so much for that answer. And 14 minutes to the hour of 4 o'clock. That is the time right on the Varsity Voice of Choice. And this is a special program proudly brought to you by My Age Zimbabwe. It is called Navigating a Contraception for a Healthier Future. And I'm joined by Tarisai Maragere, who is the Community Engagement Officer for My Age Zimbabwe. And also Mr. Herbert Chikosi, who is the ZNFPC Masingo Provincial Education and Marketing Officer. And my next question will be why is it important for women to know they have options when it comes to contraception, and how can they be empowered to make the best choice for their individual needs?
All right. Only the women that know their choices are the women that can exercise their full bodily autonomy. Only the women that know their choices are the women that are empowered to make those choices. And it's only the women that know their choices that can choose which one is tailor-made for them, because not every contraception method works for every woman. So you need to take your time to get the information that you need, to know the options that are available, so that you make a choice that is based on what works for you. So it's only that women who knows that information, who knows their options, that can take that choice to pick a contraceptive method that actually works for their body. And this also has amazing health benefits, because I've seen a number of women, older women actually, who struggle still with a lot of discomfort around the contraceptive method that they're using, because they're not in that position where they're empowered to keep going back to the facility, keep asking questions, keep probing. I'm experiencing this discomfort. Not every woman is empowered enough to do that, and when they don't, there is a chance of actually being affected mentally speaking, mental health speaking, because there's a lot of discomfort that comes with the contraceptive method that doesn't work for you. And if a woman knows this, it means they're going to make decisions quicker, and then they're going to be able to take care of their health more and much better than someone who does not know and who cannot make the same decision. And also helps women to make very powerful decisions when it comes to their bodies.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Mr. Chikosi, do you have anything to add from that?
Yeah, the critical issues around their reproductive health. It's empowering, and it also opens opportunities for women. Especially, I speak much of the young girls. Why? Because the unmet need of family planning is high within that cohort. It also gives them autonomy. If you've got autonomy, you have control over your future. You have control over your sexuality. It empowers them to make proper decisions, which will open their economic opportunities. I've indicated earlier in my presentation to say, if young women can access contraceptives, they will finish their education in their career. I know from a conservative perception, it might be an issue that go against the reality of our culture within the province. But working on the reality, contraceptives allows the girl child to finish their education, and it also promotes gender equality, because the more when women realize and have control over their bodies, it will open their economic opportunities, which will also empower them financially, intellectually, and socially. Then there are also health benefits to women. For cosmetic reasons, you can't have a baby every year. To empower women.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much for that. What practical advice would you give to individuals listening today and about taking charge of their reproductive health?
I think one major thing I would want to say to any young girl, especially any young girl listening today, is that make a choice to take care of yourself. be the one to take care of yourself. No one is going to do that for you. And you can't waste life being scared, because besides being scared, people are still going to talk when you get pregnant. So if it's being done, then be wise about it. Be wise about your sexual health. Be wise about taking the contraceptive method that works for you. So if you have been thinking about it, if you've been having a dilemma around it, take the decision today. Take a step today. Go to the nearest health facility to you and find out more. Ask what would probably work for you, and you actually realize that whatever you've been scared of all this while wasn't worth it.
That was actually great advice. Thank you so much, Tadisai, for that advice, and thank you so much for coming through. Mr. Chikosi, anything that you want to add?
Seek information, get it from reliable sources, ask questions, choose a method that suits your needs, consider a method based on your circumstances. We are there to save the community of Mashingo.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chikosi, and thank you so much, Tadisai, for coming through to the Varsity, a voice of choice. And that was it for today's program. 8 minutes to the hour of 4 o'clock. That is the time. And to wrap it up, here is a track coming through from Divarin Alexander Expose. This one is titled Pray. Enjoy this one and stay tuned to the Varsity, voice of choice.